many peoples will not understand. If I said, I am ready to die for Africa, if I said, I am ready, I give my life to Africa, and still I have peoples who message me on Messenger and tell me to stop saying whatever I am saying because they may kill me, they may do this. If African tell me this, it make me so angry. An African, you send me a message to tell me to stop doing what I am doing, if not I will be killed, or if not I will be locked up. It hurt me so much. When an African told me this, it hurt me so bad. This, relax yourself. I give my life to Africa. It's my life, not your life. I give mine to Africa. I want to die for Africa. I will be happy if I die by fighting for Africa. I will be so happy. I will be happy if they locked me up by fighting for Africa. I give my life to Africa. Not to anyone, but to Africa. Not to Europeans, not to Chinese, not to Americans, but I give my life to Africa, and I'm ready to see that Africa is liberated, or whatever will happen to me, let it happen. But I will never stop speaking about Africa, and I will never stop speaking about the evil that these people are planning against Africa. And I'm begging every African, please don't send me that message to stop doing what I'm doing. If not, I will be killed. I'm not afraid of death. It's only one. I believe in God. If God says tomorrow I will be dead, you can't save me. You can't protect me. I will be dead tomorrow. If God says I will be dead, I will be killed by Americans or Europeans or Chinese, you can't stop it. I can't stop it. You can't protect me from them. Only God. If God says I will be locked up or killed by my own governments, they will do it. Since I was born, God already decided where I will die, by who or by which material I will die. God have already write it down. And you can change it. And I can change it. So let's do the right thing before that time will come. Everybody in this world, we are all waiting for death. So before the death will come, I want to do what I can do for Africa. There are millions of people fighting for Africa before. They fight for Africa and they die. Because God have time for them. And they do what they want to do for their continent. They speak what they want to speak about their continent till they die. And they die like hero. Why do we call Muhammad Gaddafi the hero? Why are we calling Malema the hero? Why are we calling Bobby Wine in Uganda the hero? Why are we calling Sekou Toure and others and Martin Luther King heroes? They do what they need to do for their continent. They give their life to Africa. And they don't die like coward. They die like hero. And I want to die like the same. I want to die like Muhammad Gaddafi. If that all it takes to fight for Africa, then I want to die like Muhammad Gaddafi. I want to die like John Pombe Magufuli. I want to die like every legend that was fighting for Africa have died before. You know, when you hide the truth and you're afraid to be locked up or to be killed, I will tell you, you can never see the truth. But let me tell you one thing. People are afraid of Europeans, I know. And we should be very careful with Europeans and Americans and Chinese. Yeah, if I tell you all these years I spent in Europe, I never go to hospital, you will never believe it. Then you should know I am the most careful person. I watch myself. If I tell you since I stepped my foot in Europe, I never go to hospital. Nobody will tell you who see me in the hospital that I said I am sick or I go to hospital to take medicine. Nobody. Nobody will come out to tell you that I've been with Pandy Micah and he go to hospital because he was sick. If I am sick, I prefer to die in my bed, but never to be killed by European doctors. Because they have killed many Africans in front of me. When they killed Gambian in front of me in Palermo, in Italy, here. They have killed many people in front of me by injection or by giving them some medicines or by doing some operation to them, stealing their kidneys from their body, stealing their body parts. These things happen in front of me. And this make me to decide that I decide to die in my bed than going to European hospitals. I never go to hospital. Why? Because I don't trust them. That's the fact. Because I don't trust European doctors. And I don't trust Europeans. I don't trust Americans. This is the main reason. Since I stepped my foot in Europe, I never go to hospital. I will not say I never fall sick. I fall sick sometimes to the extent that I didn't walk. I couldn't walk. I fall sick to the extent that I couldn't wake up to walk with my 2 feet. But I decide to die. If I will die, then I will die in my bed, but never to go to hospital. I have a stomach pain to the extent I can't walk. I will never say that I never fall sick. I fall sick. But I will never go to hospital. Because I don't trust these people. So that's my little best to do for myself. But if death come, I can stop that because death is created by God but not created by any mankind. Your time of death is not created by any mankind. It's created by the Almighty who created all mankind, who sent his messengers to guide us and protect us and teach us how to worship him. The death is created by only him. The death, you can't escape yourself from death, and I can't escape you from death. No soldier can escape you from your death time. He who created all mankind, the day you were born, that's the day he signed that the day you will die also. Every human being should know this. So this is what I believe. When I was born, God decided that today I will be born, but in this day, in this year, in this moment, I will be dead, and I will be dead, I will be killed by gun or anything. God write it down, I don't know. God knows. So if that time comes, you can stop it, and I can stop it, no matter what you do for me, no matter how much you love me. When my time came to go, you can stop it, I will go. So I am not afraid to speak out the truth about Europeans, Americans, or about African leaders. I am not afraid to be killed by them. I am not afraid to be locked up by them. Because they are evils. When you are dealing with evil, be ready that they can do all sorts kind of things to you. Be ready to accept it. Be ready to accept all kind of bad challenges that they will face you. And I am ready to face them. And I can tell you that I have faced a lot right at this moment of time. I have faced a lot because I am standing for Africa. I have faced a lot in this Europe because I am fighting for Africa. And that couldn't stop me because they can't. They can do what all they want to do, but they can stop me fighting for Africa, and they can stop me speaking about the evil they plan against Africa. The only thing that could stop me speaking out or fighting for Africa, that is dead. And I want every African to see me like that. I'm a dead man. I call myself a dead man. Dead man walking. I call myself dead man walking. Because I know in any minute, in any second, I expect death. Trust me. Maybe you are living in your life. You can walk on the street freely. You are not suspecting any death. You are not expecting death. But in my life, at this moment of time, I expect death in any minute, in any second. I feel like death is not far away from me. It's very near, always. I feel like, yeah, death is very near. I am not afraid to die. But I am afraid that if I die, who will fight for Africa? If I die, will Africa be liberated? This is what I am afraid of. But I am not afraid to die. Trust me. But I am afraid if I die, will Africa be liberated? Will there be somebody like me? Will there be somebody like Malema? Will there be somebody like Bobby Wine? Will there be somebody like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, His Excellency? That's what I am afraid of. If there will be none of the peoples like these peoples I mentioned, then I am very big afraid to die at this moment. Malema is older than me. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is older than me. Bobby Wine in Uganda is older than me. I want to follow their steps. I want to see whatever they are planning, let's join together and make it work. Let's fight for Africa together and let's make it work. That's what I want to see. But if I die, if there will be nobody to fight for Africa, if Africa will not be liberated, then I am not ready to die at this moment of time. But I always remember also when time comes, nobody can stop it. But I am not ready to die. I am always only afraid to die because Africa. Poor people. When I watch some videos about Africa, how poor women, poor widows were being murdered. Big sadness. You know, when I see a woman being murdered, I think about my mother. My mother is a woman. I feel like if somebody do my mother like this, will I be happy? No. When I see a young boy was murdered, I feel like my younger brother or my elder brother. If my elder brother or my younger brother was murdered like this, will I be happy? No. Then no. Big no. Then this is the mentality I have for every African, every black African. No African will tell you he saw me fighting with African. I never fight African. I never fight. Never. Nobody see me fighting an African. You know why? It's not because I'm afraid. It's not because I don't want to fight. But you are an African black man. I am an African. And if I fight you, I am fighting myself, not you. They are our enemies. I think before I will use my energy to fight my fellow African, I will use this energy to fight my enemies. To fight our enemies. To fight the enemies of Africa. To see that they are all down. Killing innocent peoples in Africa should be enough. Think about your own mother. Think about Alik, a Nigerian man who was murdered by Italian and nothing came out of it. Think about many. Think. This is not about you, not about me, but about generation. Think about many Africans who have been murdered by peoples. And nothing came out of it. The leaders who call themselves the presidents of Africa couldn't do nothing about it. It's a big shame. A big shame to African leaders. Sometimes I don't want to talk about things. Trust me. I don't want to talk about things that really touch my heart. But I have to talk about it to let Africans to see the true side of the whole stories. To feel themselves. Let's feel ourselves. If you are from Gambia or you are from Nigeria or you are from anywhere, if a South African man was killed, then your fellow brother was killed. Feel it like your brother. If you are from South Africa, you see a Nigerian or Gambian or Malian was killed in front of you. Feel it like your own brother. It's so sad sometimes when I sit and ask myself, are we the Africans, black Africans, going to be suffering like this till the end of the world? And if we are going to be suffering like this, then it's not necessary to fight for Africa. Then let's hang it over to peoples who need it. If we don't need Africa. But we need it. It's our continent. We have to stand for it. If we don't fight for Africa, nobody will fight for Africa. All other continent you see, or the only thing they need from Africa is our natural resources. They don't need you. They don't need your old houses in Africa. But they need your soil. What is in your soil? Your diamonds, your platinums, your golds, your silvers, your fuel, your oils, your gas. I just pray. May God make all our wishes to become true. May God make all our dreams to come and pass. May God protect us and give us good health and long life. I believe one day Africa will be liberated. I have this belief. But when, I don't know. But I believe it will happen. Because I have seen a lot of African young men waking up. And I have seen you, the Africans who always watch me, stick with me, be with me. It means you are ready for Africa to be liberated. Because if you are not ready for Africa to be liberated, you will never listen to a man who is speaking about African liberation. And I am so happy to see Africans being interested and being ready to hear about the liberation of Africa. And being patient with people who are really ready to fight for Africa. I really appreciate it. Everybody who wastes their time to watch me, I appreciate it, and I pray for you people each and every single day to have long life and good health. With your support, we will do it. Everybody cannot become a media speaker or to fight or to do things to see that Africa is liberated. But the only thing we can do for each other is to give each other the support we can. And that's what you people are giving me right now. Because if nobody is watching me, I don't think I will come here to speak about Africa. But because there are people watching me, there are people who are interested, there are people who are ready. And that gives me courage each and every time to add the energy. To stand for Africa, to add the energy, to fight for Africa, to not to be afraid anymore. When I see Africans at my back. I appreciate you peoples. I always said it and I will say it again. I don't have billions to build big mansions for Africans. I don't have enough money to make Africans to become rich. The energy I have for Africa, that is this, to fight for African liberation. To see that Africa is liberated. This is what I have for Africa. But I believe everything will be good one day. By the grace of God. And I thank everyone who watch me, who spend their time. And I appreciate those who share the videos. I appreciate those who give me the good comments. I appreciate it, even those who give me the bad comment. I appreciate it so much. And I appreciate everyone watching me right now. And I will say I will stop my life here because my last words it touched my heart so much. And I appreciate you people being with me. And by the grace of God, we will see tomorrow also. I want to speak about Gambia. But whatever is going on about one of our Gambian brother who have been locked up by Gambian government by some kind of fake allegation. A very young man, a businessman, a progress young man who was locked up by Gambian government. And tomorrow I want to have more details about him to share it with my fellow Africans, not only with my fellow Gambians, but with my fellow Africans, because this is happening in a lot of countries to lock up peoples for no reason. It is not only Gambia. So this is why I will prefer, even if I came, I will not speak my local language, but I will speak English so that every other person who watch me could know whatever I am speaking about in any country. So tomorrow I will be here to speak about Abubakar Keita and Gambian who have been locked up by Gambian government for 2 years. Very sad. Very, very sad. So my brothers and sisters, I thank you so much, and please share this video to reach to many Africans out there to listen whatever the words, even if it is one word they take from my words, I am so happy. So I would really appreciate it if you people can do that for me, and I really appreciate you people being here watching me all the time till the end of the life. You know, I really appreciate it. May God bless you all. May God give you all long life and prosperity. May God protect you all from the enemies. May God protect you from the bad peoples. May God protect all of us from our enemies. May God protect us from the accidents and every other bad situation that we are thinking of. Any problems we have will shall be solved by the grace of the mighty who created all mankind. Thank you so much for watching me. I really appreciate it.